Hi friends, welcome to TaciStudio. I'm Taci, and today we are going to be talking about all the projects that I worked on in the month of May, and we're also going to be talking about a work in progress that might or may not turn into a pattern. If you are excited about new things and if you want to get inspired, stay here with me. Hi friends, welcome to TaciStudio. I'm Taci, and today we are going to be watching episode 24, and I am so very happy and excited to be here with you on this beautiful May day here in the Northwest, the Pacific Northwest. I am coming to you from Portland, Oregon, and I am so excited to be here with you today. As I mentioned, I'm going to talk to you today about my projects that I worked and I am working on the month of May as the month is ending. And I am going to also share with you this time a little bit of crochet, as I always start crocheting in the spring and the summer because I prefer, as I mentioned before, I prefer to work with cotton and linen and more natural fibers when I crochet. So naturally I worked and I do more crochet in the summer, in the spring and summer. So I have already been inspired by so many different projects, and I am already working on a project that I want to share with you today. To start today, I am going to share with you a friend from the past, because I actually do not have in a finished object, and I haven't been able I have started so many different projects this month that I wasn't able to really finish anything. So I guess my objective was to be a more monogamous knitter, but as I can see, I try and I try and I try and I can't. And when I have this itch and this feeling to start something, sometimes I just cannot resist and I have to start a new project. So this is what happened in the month of May for me, and I think it's because of this beautiful weather outside and it's sunny, and I just started feeling almost like I'm in Brazil again, and I want to knit summery things, so and crochet. So that's what I have been doing this month. But I wanted to share with you a beautiful shawl that I made many years ago. This is the shawl designed by Corey Allen, and I looked for the name and I couldn't find the name of the shawl itself, but it was the Mystery Along for the 2018 Rose City Yarn Crawl. I absolutely loved this pattern, and I especially loved that I made, for the first time, I made something in black and white, which I'm going to show you later something else in black and white, but it's a really combination that I really like, because it becomes a very timeless piece. And I'm one of those people that I don't have a specific capsule wardrobe, but I try to make more projects. I'm sorry, but the wind is kind of picking up and it's kind of moving my stuff here. And I like to make timeless projects and pieces for garments for my wardrobe, because this way I can years later go back to it, like that shawl, and I can wear again and feel like something new. So one of the things that I'm going to touch on today is going to be my a crochet project, which if you stay with me, I will show that towards the end. And I'm also today going to announce the winner of our giveaway. Last month on my last podcast, I announced that I was going to give a giveaway to celebrate my 1-year anniversary here at YouTube, and I am going to be drawing the name today and announcing that name here on this episode. I am very excited to share with you that crochet project, but before I do that, I want to share with you what I have been knitting this month. And I'm going to start with something that it's very, very exciting to me, because I have been wanting to knit one of this since last year. And I'm also very excited because, as you all know, or if you are new today, you don't maybe know that, but I really, really enjoy to make garments when I use stripes with the Fibonacci equation, using the Fibonacci equation. And here it is. Let me show you, and then I will explain a little bit what the Fibonacci equation is if you're not familiar with it. This is my toaster tea. Yay! I have finally started, and I started this, I believe that it was a couple weeks ago, or maybe even less, and I have been ferociously working on it. I had to undo a couple of times because I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to maybe do micro stripes, or maybe I was going to do 2 and 3 and 2 and 3, but I really wanted to try and see how it was going to look if I use the Fibonacci equation. And I'm so happy that I did this, because I absolutely love it, how it's turning out. The Fibonacci equation is an equation that it was done by a mathematician, Fibonacci, many, many years ago. I have a lot more details on when I had a pattern released for a shawl that I used that same equation. I have used this equation on a Saturday shawl also, because I really, Saturday Shrug, I'm sorry, by Jackie Rose, and I decided to use it on this tee also. And the Fibonacci equation is where you start with number 1, and I did not put up a stripe with just 1 row because it turned out too thin, and I decided to just start from 2. So I have, it's 1 plus 1 equals 2. So it would be, this is the second sequence of, the second number of the sequence, and then 2 plus, which should have been 1 in here, would be 3. So this stripe here has 3 rows. And then 2 plus 3 is 5, which is this stripe over here. Then 3 plus 5 is 8, and then 8 plus 5, 13. And from there on, you just keep adding your last number, the last 2 numbers to make, the last 2 numbers to make your next stripe. So I'm not sure now if I'm going to do the 13 plus 8 would be 21. If I'm going to do the white, the off-white, and then do 21 and then finish it, or I think because of how I don't want this to be very long, I think that I will just do the white and then go all the way to the end with this other color. So for this t-shirt tee, I am using the yarn that I'm using is the Eddie Bauer cotton, and this is the very first time that I used this yarn. I found this yarn on at Joann's near my house, and it's 100% organic cotton, and in each ball there are 590 yards. It's a lot, and the yarn is so soft. It's making this tee so soft and comfortable. I cannot wait to be able to wear it. I used the colors Off-White, and the other one is called Alaska Gold. And I do not know if they're going to continue to do this. The Joann's that to sell this, I mean, the Joann's that that it's near me, every year they have a new yarn for the summer, and I think it's just for people to try. Last year was a linen yarn that I really enjoyed working with it. So this year I'm trying this one, and I am super happy. I am making, as I said, the toasted tee is by Rebecca Clow from the Crea Bear, and I am making the 3rd size. I am not sure at this time. When I did a swatch, I made a little tiny one. I don't like to make swatches, so I don't usually make a 4-inch or 10 centimeters one, but I made a small one just to measure, and I think that I was slightly bigger than than what she suggests with this yarn, but I used the same needles that she suggested, because I do not mind if mine is a little bit bigger or more. I prefer in the summer if my clothes are not super tight on me. So I'm pretty excited about working on this, and because it's striped, I like, because it's like I can't wait to get to the next stripe and to see how it's turning out, how the project is turning out. So my next project is, I think I have shown it here before. I tried to work on a pair of socks, on a hat, and a sweater, and I was working on my Dartmoor, which is almost done. Last time that I showed you last month, I had not finished the lower rib, and I did finish the rib at the bottom of the sweater, and I have finished the rib also on the neckline. I am super happy with how it turned out, but now I'm supposed to do the bind off, and I think it's an Italian bind off, and I have to wait for a time, first of all, when it's not too hot, because this yarn turned out to be pretty warm. I have already mentioned before in other episodes, and I can put some details on the show notes, the yarn that I'm using, but it's with a mohair also, and I used blue sky fiber and Knitting for Olive mohair. So it turned out super warm, and I need to wait for a day when I'm by myself and that I can just concentrate and do the bind off both here and at the bottom. But I am going to leave it like this as a vest. I'm going to try to wear a couple of times and see how I like as a vest, but I still have yarn in case I want to have sleeves later. I can still add sleeves to it, and if I prefer to do that later. But I want to try and see how it's going to be if I have it as a vest, because I have another one that I made last year that I really enjoy and I like it as a vest, and I wore it a lot in the beginning of the summer, although it's a much lighter yarn. So I feel that this one I would wear a lot in the fall and the winter. So my next project is, there you go. I have told you before, if you have been here before, if you are new, I have bought a fabulous book for myself, and this is what I have been reading and will be reading for a long time, because I am very interested in and I am in a quest to knit the perfect sock this year for myself. So because of that, I have decided I am following Summerlee, which has she has this fabulous the sock project book, and I'm following her book and making some of the socks that the patterns that she has in the book. So the sock that I'm making right now is the colored ribbed sock, color blocked ribbed sock, and I am super happy with it. I was knitting a different sock, but my friend from Bobo Leros, my friend Margaret, she has a beautiful new collection called Botanica, and I want you to, if you haven't seen it and you haven't gotten any of the yarn from her collection, you would be super happy if you go check that out. It's one of my favorite sock yarns so far, and I am super excited. I did the color blocked ribbed socks pattern for using, and this one, it's the, oh, I don't think that I have the right, I think that I might have, oh no, I do have, this is the Grace Fingering and BFL sock set, which is high twist sock with 80% superwash, blue faced Leicester wool, and 20% nylon 2-ply yarn. This one here, which I already put it on a skein, but I showed it on my last podcast without being on a skein, on a cake. This is the color Enchanted Peace, and this one is that collection. This one had a green mini set with it, but I have been wanting to use a pink, to have a pink sock that has more pink on it, so I decided to knit with this one, and then I'm going to knit, because I think I'll have enough to knit a mini shorty sock, so I will make the shorty with the green that belongs to that set. And she very graciously sent me this one as a gift, and she did not ask me to show you, to do an announcement or to make an ad or anything, but I just absolutely genuinely love her yarn, and I had ordered that, and she is the sweetest person ever. So then she sent me this set, knowing that I told her roses and flowers always remind me of my mom. So then she sent me another skein, and I said I was not going to apologize for the outdoor noises, but our neighbors are coming home and making a little bit of noise outside, but it's so beautiful outside. I think it's worth it to have the noises and the car noises, so I'm sorry about that. This set is the same Grace Fingering BFL sock set, and I will write down here and put it on the show notes which color this one is, because it's not written on the label and I cannot remember right now what the name was, but I will write it down here for you to see. And if you go see and look at, she has a YouTube channel where she made a special episode about that collection, and she also has she's also on Instagram through with boboleros. So that is my sock, which is also, I just started, but I had a pretty busy week. So this week I always try to knit at least half an hour in the morning and knit on my socks, and this has been my objective this year, and so far I'm doing pretty good. The other thing that has been on my needles, but I'm only knitting on that one when we travel and I'm using as my car knitting, is my party line. I'll put a picture here so you can see, is the party line scarf by Casey Apple from Young Folk Knits. It's so cute, so fun, and you know I love those small little scarves to wear in the spring and the beginning of the fall. So if I don't finish for this spring, I will for sure have it for the beginning of the fall, and I am going to be pretty excited to be able to wear that. I think that's it for my projects, except that I would like to talk to you a little bit about my plans for this crochet project that I'm working on. I think that when it comes to crochet, the biggest challenge, at least for me, is to transition that project. I like to adventure, and I like to just experiment with crochet a lot, because that's the first thing that I learned was to crochet, and I learned to crochet when I was very young. My mom always thought that it was important to learn to crochet, to knit, to sew, and she always taught all of us that. On top of, she was very artistic, so it was very easy for me to follow on her footsteps. But for me, it's really easy to just pick up something and look at something and start working on it. But it's really hard for me to make this transition to make that personal project to be like to flow into a pattern, and then also to write the pattern. There's a lot of thought and a lot of work and a lot of planning into to ensure that when you do a pattern that is very clear, concise, and that will be something that other crafters and other people really can understand, and that you can make justice to charging for your pattern. So often I have done a lot of projects that I just make them and never turn into a pattern, because you know, there's so many steps into first having the idea, then you need to determine the size options, then you need to do testing, then you need to have it tech edit, especially for me, because English, even though I have lived here for so many years, English is not really my first language, so I like to have to make sure that I have not made any mistakes. And I think there's a lot of steps into formatting the instructions and what it was in your heart and in your head in a readable manner, and also to show each steps. And also I believe that each step is crucial to make a pattern a really well written pattern. So with that in mind, I love sharing my projects. I love sharing what I'm making, and especially what I am crocheting every spring and every summer, but I am not always following a pattern. So all this to tell you and to show you what I am attempting to make this spring, and that I hope it will be done for me before the end of the summer. I have seen a little tank and also a cardigan, and I will put a picture here for you to see. And it was inspired by a Brazilian store. I honestly don't know if they have a brick and mortar store, but I do know that they have this store online. I loved the pieces, but I am not willing to pay $1,000 for something that I can make, and something that I actually also want to make. So I have seen, and I have shown you the pictures, and that's the inspiration. And now this is my very first square, and I am going to try to make that this sweater inspired by, I should say, cardigan. And it's going to be a summer light cardigan. I am using the same yarn, the Eddie Bauer yarn that I have showed you before, and it's on the colors off-white and carbon, which is a black. So essentially my crochet square is going to look somewhat different, and I'm going to make some modifications because there are some things that I don't want. For example, I don't want a very big open sleeve because it might be more it might be too hard for me to make that. So I do not know how I'm going to make the end here, but I might just make the squares up to here and then try to finish this and the button band in and knit that part, as I have seen in inspiration on many other sweaters and cardigans. So I am not 100% sure how this is going to turn out. It will probably never going to be a pattern, because I have tried, and I have tried my hand at writing some patterns, but I had to write before I was retired from my day job. I had to write a lot, and I am a little bit, it's not very relaxing for me anymore to write technical things. So I think that is something that it's not for me anymore, but I'm excited to just try and see if I will be able to make this this cardigan, this summer cardigan. And I am even more excited to be able to share the process here with you. So if you are interested, stay tuned, because there will be more, since I only have one square done so far, and I'm also not too much in a hurry. I just want to enjoy the process and see how I can get that done. I'm thinking maybe, hopefully, if I can have it done by I bought my ticket and I am going to Flock this year, and it's going to be August, I believe it's August 9th or 10th. And so if I can have it done by then maybe I can wear it for Flock. But let's see what happens, right? I am just excited to be doing something that exciting and to be sharing that here with you. The other thing that I do in the summer that it's not, last year I tried to start a tapestry project. I was doing the loom last year and I made a lot of pot holders. I enjoyed that, but not enough, and I think maybe I just got too I forgot the word, overexcited, or it's another word but I can't remember, and I made probably 30 or more pot holders with the loom last year. So this year I wanted to make a set for myself, and I cannot even get myself to make one because I got so tired of them. I know that in the future I will, but it's not going to happen this summer. This summer I have started something that I have restarted something that I started last year and that I am super excited to do again. I have bought this, this is a kit. Both my husband and I and my family, my sisters, my mom, we always loved Van Gogh, and I especially like this painting of his. And I found this kit and I started doing a tapestry for this last year. And this year, just this last weekend, I picked up again, and it's making me really happy. I've been doing maybe half an hour or an hour a day. I don't know if you can see really well because I think I'm against the sunlight, and I did that on purpose because the sun, if I sat on the other side where you would probably see things a little bit better, the sun would be right on my face, and it's pretty bright today. So, but I think you get to see a little bit of, I've done this part over here, and I'm now working on this, and I am so happy. I don't know yet if I'm going to do a wall hanging or if I am going to make it into a pillow. I think the kit says that you could do either one, so I'm actually very excited to finish it, and then when I finish I will see exactly, I will make a decision in what is that I'm going to make with it. But just knowing that I will probably have that as a wall hanging, because I have several pictures of the same. We have gone to the Van Gogh experience here in Oregon. I have seen several of his pieces in different museums, and every time I go to one of these different places, then we get a copy of one of the pictures, and I'm going to be excited to be able to have a wall with all of them. I'm going to be happy when that is done. So I just wanted to show you. It might not be something you're interested if you're only interested in knitting, but I thought it was something fun, and I wanted to share that with you today. Now at the part of the podcast that I will talk a little bit about personal things, and some of them are some of the new podcasters to me. I don't think neither one, I know for sure neither one of them are new podcasters, but I just found them. One I think I already told you maybe, but I wanted to give more information about her. And the other one is, so the first one is Knit All the Things, and that's Laurel, and she is from here, from Portland, Oregon, and I was very happy to find another podcaster that is here from the same area that I am. And she has so many fun projects that she does, and she does both knitting and crochet, so it was pretty exciting to find her. And I think that maybe I already mentioned, but I wanted to make sure just in case if I didn't. And the other one I just found this week is Michael from Piece for Piece, and I do love him. I was so it was so fun to find his podcast. I love his energy. He's from Chicago, and you probably already know him or his podcast and his YouTube. But if you don't, he's a teacher, a dance teacher, I believe, in Chicago, and I love his projects. I love all the things that he is knitting, and I have been binge watching his old podcasts also, because I really enjoy his energy and how he presents himself. So it was a really fun thing for me to discover this week. What am I reading? I'm still reading the same thing. I have been actually reading some self-help books, but the book that I'm trying to read throughout the year is the sock project from Summerlee, and I showed it to you, and I have really been enjoying. There is not one chapter in this book that I have not yet thought that it was absolutely fabulous. So what the last thing I think I would say is what I have been watching, and I really enjoyed watching the series Bridgerton, and they just started again, and I was so excited when I saw that they started again, that we started watching, my husband and I, the very same day that we found out that they were back. And that's what we are watching right now. So I think that this is pretty much all for me for this update from May. I only have one more thing to do, and that will be I am going to pause and show you how I chose the number for the giveaway that I had told you on my last episode that I was going to be giving to celebrate my 1 year here on YouTube. And I am going to be giving one of my little knit and crochet toolkits, and I am going to give one skein of Brooklyn tweed Peary in the ginger snap color, which is a very beautiful color that reminds me of the Northwest, and because Brooklyn tweed is here in Portland, Oregon, where I live. So I am going to pause here, show you the giveaway and the generated number, and then I will show and post the name of the person that won this. And it's a little windy now that I spent a little bit of time inside trying to figure out how to do the random comment generator, and unfortunately I wasn't able to do that. I have tried a couple of times, but I did a random number generator, and before I announced that, I wanted to show you, I forgot to show some of my acquisitions to you this month, and I did show you the yarn from Boboleros as I was talking about my socks, and you did see this was a new yarn that I received from her, both of them, and they are absolutely lovely. And the other thing that I got this month that I absolutely in love with it is I have been trying to get some yarn from coast to coast, and I have not been able to ever make it to on time to be able to do when they do an update. And this time I was lucky enough to be able to do that, and I got my yarn this month. So this is coast to coast cashmere sock, and this color is called the usual. I am completely and totally in love with it. It is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. For this 100-gram 2-ply skein, you get 400 yards. And I got 2 of them, but the other one in a different color. This one is pigeon milk, and it's the same exact yarn, the cashmere sock. I am so excited to knit some socks with this, and I think I might even be doing a video with different ideas of crochet, knitting patterns for socks that we can use all of the one skein yarns that we have. So now it's that time, to do the to announce the winner for this lovely giveaway, and I hope that you are going to really enjoy. I had to use a number generator, and the number that the number generator picked was for the comment number 2, and I'll put the picture in here. And this number 2 comment that I got was from Country Snippets 3153. If that's you, please contact me either here on YouTube or on, and I will show you if you can see that that's the number 2 comment. And if that's you, please contact me here on YouTube, and I will send your prize to you. I hope that you're going to enjoy it as much as I have been enjoying this whole entire year here with you. Well, today that's it for me. It's a beautiful day. I am going to probably cook dinner and eat dinner outside today. It's perfect in here, and I want to really enjoy every single moment of this beautiful sunny day. As always, thank you for being here with me. If you like what you see, please subscribe, hit the like and the bell so you can get more information when I have a new video. And if you are enjoying your day, enjoy your day wherever you are in the world, and stay healthy. Keep knitting, crocheting, embroidering, sewing, painting, doing whatever makes you happy. Thanks for being here with me. Ciao. Ciao.